Hello everyone, welcome back to another Mario Kart video. It's Liam Scorer here and welcome back to another analysis video. This time not on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe but on Mario Kart Tour. Mario Kart Tour's Halloween Tour for 2022 is starting up tonight. And not only are Halloween costumes coming back to the game, a Dry Bones Me costume is on the way, but also we're getting the remake of Boo Lake, which has not been seen for 21 years in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So today we'll be analysing the track while also adding a little bit of a brief history on this track, seeing as it's one of the more forgettable tracks among Mario Kart fans, seeing as it hasn't been seen since 2001. Anyways, let's get into this analysis video on Boo Lake in Mario Kart Tour. Boo Lake debuted in 2001 and is the second race of the Flower Cup in Mario Kart Super Circuit. It is, unlike the name would imply, appear with a lot of gaps like the Ghost Valley courses from Super Mario Kart. Boo Lake contains a considerable amount of coins and item boxes. There are boos which hold lanterns on this course. If the player falls off the tracks, contrary to what the course's name indicates, they do not fall into water and instead into a pit. There is a bridge that flickers, making it hard to see on the part where the path splits around a hole with the bump on it, to the right of this area. The course shares its music with Broken Pier, part of which is an arrangement of the music used for the Ghost Valley courses from Super Mario Kart. The course appears as a classic course in Mario Kart Tour, starting with tonight's Halloween Tour. The race starts out on a long straight wooden road that eventually leads to a turn to the right. The turn will lead the player into a boost panel and a bump that makes the player bump up. The result of the effect is that the player crosses a large pit, in which they may fall into if they decide to swerve or bump into an opponent. In this small platform there is another boost panel and bump that will serve the same function as before. There is a boost panel on the left of the platform to fly further. After that, there is an option to take a boost panel to the right, but in 150cc mode, the option to take that is inaccessible unless the player slows down and backs up. After the boost panel is a sharp turn right, which leads into another area. The path then splits and rejoins in this area of the track. There is a bump over a pit in between the splitting path. The player may successfully fly over the pit if they use a mushroom to boost and fly far with the bump, though it is possible to cross the gap without a mushroom if the race is set to 150cc. After this part is a slow turn to the right and a U-turn to the right, which leads to a straight road with some boos carrying lanterns to light up some areas. The boos will laugh at the player if they happen to cross underneath one, but it will not do anything else to help or hinder the player. After this straight path, it is a U-turn to the left, which is not very sharp and could easily be cleared without bumping into any walls. After the U-turn is a slight curve to the left, which has a lot of bumps for the player to slightly get bumped up in the air. After turning to the right, the player arrives at the area where the finish line is. Before the finish line, there are several bumps. Some make the player fly over a very small pit in the left and right parts of the track. Boo Lake is of course reclaiming its ghostly glory in Mario Kart Tour, starting with the 2022 Halloween Tour, which kicks off tonight. The course now resembles the SNES Ghost Valley courses even more, and there are also more walls around the course compared to the original version. As well as the manor and dead forest from the original, a few dilapidated fortress structures have been added into the background, along with clouds being added to the sky. A large lake has been added underneath the course as opposed to the pit in the original version, which can be driven into, making this course the second classic course in Mario Kart Tour to feature a newly added underwater section, with the first one being another GBA track, Cheep Cheep Island. Fish bones act as obstacles in the lake section. The starting line is now accompanied by two posts holding a Mario Kart sign, which was absent in all Super Circuit courses. Many lampposts have also been added to the course, replacing the candle holding boos in the original version. The layout appears to have been recreated relatively faithfully despite the new underwater sections and elevation changes, similar to GBA Snowland in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. However, the bridge before the split path was moved and the turn leading to it was simplified to no longer have a diagonal portion. The turn after also begins immediately rather than there being a straightaway. The split path itself had its left side widened. The bridge cut around the U-turn has been changed. There is now a gap in the wall where it originally was, with a small platform jutting out on the other side with barrels blocking the way. There appears to be an added alternate path in the ending section as well. The road leading up to the first jump now slopes downwards slightly, and the jumps themselves are now executed using regular lamps. There are also now item boxes present in the air after the ramp. In tour, like GBA Sunset Wilds and GBA Sky Garden, this course received a new arrangement of its music. Boo Lake is the first classic course in Mario Kart Tour to also debut with its R/T variants. In regards, that's going to do it for today's Boo Lake little mini analysis video, where we took a look at Boo Lake in Mario Kart Tour and took a look at all of its changes as it's finally remade after 21 years of being absent from Mario Kart. In regards, what did you guys think of this video and changes to the track? Are you excited for this track to come to Mario Kart Tour tonight? It's also probably the option for 8 Deluxe in the Boosted Course Pass. In regards, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!